One aspect of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker that a lot of people are concerned about is, of course, how J.J. Abrams is changing many elements of exactly how the Force is going to be used in Star Wars Episode 9 between the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren in this story. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, what's really intriguing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this movie really is going to evolve exactly what the Force really is and what it's capable of doing in this movie that's really going to make us look back at the past 8 films within this entire saga in a different way. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intriguing for one of the scenes based in the third act of the movie. Now, specifically, a description of both Kylo Ren and Rey fighting during one of their lightsaber duels, where it's said that the environment around them is described to be based within the corridors of Cloud City. It's described that the sequence is set between both Rey and Kylo and consists of them engaging in a fast-paced lightsaber duel, where the fight between both Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker can be seen in the background of the iconic battle from Empire Strikes Back, with the red LED steps/stairs. The next describes Rey and Kylo using the Force against each other, where they are both using the Force push technique against each other, where Vader and Luke are still seen fighting in the distance. It's described that this is when they begin to lock blades again as the environment switches back to the First Order battlefield. Additionally, it's described that the entire set of the interior of Cloud City was rebuilt during the month of course, September 2018, during the beginning of filming in order to achieve this sequence. That other actors portrayed a rear view of Luke Skywalker and controlled the suit of Darth Vader for the scene. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. This is once again another way of J.J. Abrams utilizing the use of a flash fight in Episode 9. This is going to be a big thing, a huge thing in Episode 9 that's really going to reshape how the Force is utilized in the Star Wars franchise and how we are going to look at lightsaber duels and exactly how it's all going to be done in a Star Wars movie. So first things first, I want to go over how this brings us all the way back to The Empire Strikes Back. This matches directly with what we went over a couple of months ago about Disney and Lucasfilm developing these different set pieces that would actually mimic one of the scenes from The Empire Strikes Back, where both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver were actually on set for that, where it brings them back to a moment in, of course, the corridors and, of course, the main fighting area of Cloud City between both Luke and Vader. And this also, matches with what we went over 4 months ago of the young actor actually portraying a different version of Luke Skywalker from The Empire Strikes Back. Though you won't see his face, you will see a rear view of Luke fighting Darth Vader in the distance, as both Rey and Kylo Ren engage in their own lightsaber duel during one of their flash fight sequences. So what do I make about all of this? Do I think that this is a good idea? Do I think it's a bad idea? I'm not quite sure exactly how fans are going to react to the flash fights, or how a lot of, fans are really going to enjoy it. But in my point of view, I think that this is a clever and smart way for Disney and Lucasfilm in order to really bring us down, a trip of memory lane in, of course, a lightsaber duel within itself. So, with that being said, it's all about how it's going to be executed on the big screen, right? At the end of the day, it's all about how these sequences are going to be done when it comes to editing, the music, the special effects, the acting, everything, comes into play here of how great this battle really is going to be. So the other piece that I do want to go over that a lot of fans are really, excited about is, of course, how J.J. Abrams is going to be bringing back many iconic worlds and/or locations from the originals and the prequels into the flash fights. Now, just recently we went over how, Mustafar, Naboo, Tatooine, etc. are going to be a part of all of that. And now, from what it seems, is that Cloud City is also going to play a role in all of this. And I wouldn't be too surprised if the Force back vision that we got in The Force Awakens was a bit of a tease and/or foreshadowing of what's to come between both Rey and Kylo. And this is also JJ's way of bringing back an original idea of his, where he wanted Rey to witness the battle between both Luke and Vader in her vision that never made it to the final cut of that movie that is now going to be achieved in Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So, like I always say, at the end of the day, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, they by far are the biggest symbols right? The biggest characters of the Star Wars franchise. Whenever you think about Star Wars, you usually think about Darth Vader and Luke, right? And it seems like that is exactly what Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to achieve with this movie, is that they are trying to really honor those characters and place them in the background, at least looming in the background for, of course, the flash fights, where we actually do get to see past lightsaber duels, as both Rey and Kylo are actually engaging in one of their own. And I honestly think it's a really good move. I think it's a very interesting take on a lightsaber duel. I think that these flash fights, they can be a risk to the Star Wars franchise without a doubt. But at the end of the day, I think that some risks are very good to actually do for a Star Wars movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.